pow, 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 pow. There's lines everywhere. Anyone who sent it, if you sent it using a pile of cheater stones, consider your send invalid. My ethics are questionable. They're flexible.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Icebox session. My name is Sean Cassidy and we're in conversation with Nova Scotia rock climbers. Big thanks to Granite Guides for supporting this episode. This is part 2 of my conversation with Sean Therien, former gym owner, bouldering pioneer, prolific route developer, and all-around king of suffering, as you shall hear. This episode is mostly about route climbing from the spot in the Musquodoboit Valley to Cape Clear up in Cape Breton. Hang on to your hats. There's a lot of suffering in this one. We begin at the spot.
We just started clearing out the base, putting in routes, getting things sorted out.
There was a lot of work that you guys put in there. I mean, the amount of growth on that cliff was insane. And I am partly to blame for referring to the place as garbage. I remember Steve Punchin and I looked at it years before that, and to us it looked like just low angle, overgrown garbage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you came with totally different vision for it and a stomach to excavate like you would not believe. And you unearthed some pretty awesome lines.
You're in deep when you're rappelling off the top of a cliff with like a trowel and a shovel and 6 brushes and a variety of gardening tools, you know. But yeah, we excavated, unearthed, cleaned, and in the end developed, you know, one of the best climbing areas in the province, I think. Super accessible, good routes. We, you know, well bolted for the most part, I think. Loved it. Just loved that experience.
Were you involved in the development of the castle later? Because it has a very similar style, I think.
Yeah, kind of. The routes there were I felt like pure lines as well. Yeah, like the lines there were pure lines, very well bolted for the most part. I didn't see like grid bolting there, or like once a line went up, because the routes are a little bit shorter, you didn't really see like variations. Maybe the rock quality there didn't really lead to that, but the routes, you know, the last time I climbed there anyway, the routes still kind of had their integrity, and I kind of thought I like that. Like I like a route to maintain its integrity. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And development of those 2 crags, I think if I'm remembering right, you and Todd did a lot of that stuff together. Is that right?
Yeah. For the spot, you
were a duo.
The 2 of us just pounded it.
Yeah.
The castle kind of got developed, not without me, but like it was found.
Jack Bennett, maybe?
The castle had an air of secrecy to it. So it was found, development started, it was kept secret. And then once I think the developers got the lines in that they wanted, then they made it public.
Oh, right.
And then other people came in, and, you know, there were more lines to do. So I put up some routes. And
yeah, you put up a really, really hard one on that arete.
I put up a couple 10s. I put up a route that for me was like 513. It's probably like one of the hardest things I've done on rock.
What's that one called?
Battle Slam.
Battle Slam.
Yeah.
That looks gnarly.
Yeah, it is like, you want to talk about training. Like I specifically trained for that route for like 2 months. Yeah, it like the worst part of that route was there was a move on it that I had to do where I kind of had to do like a dead point to like a slot where your fingers kind of slide into a crack. And if my fingers blow, or if my feet blow and my fingers stick, I'm going to rip my fingers off. Yeah. And that was really scary. So that route was really, really super hard and quite frightening for that move.
It looks gnarly. I've looked at it and I can't imagine really doing it. It looks painful and kind of stretchy, you know, or like hard to get up into that starting.
The crux was like, getting off the ground basically, and then getting past the first bolt. And weirdly enough, several times when it was working it and I would go out there, I would find a big pile of cheater stones pile up at the bottom. So anyone who sent it, if you sent it using a pile of cheater stones, consider your send invalid.
You do have it's funny, I'm thinking you've always been a stickler for tick marks.
Yes, TMLF forever.
What does that stand for?
Tick Mark Liberation Front.
Oh, right. Is
Yes.
this your own entity? Or
Colin Matthews and I formed it, the
Right.
TMLF. So we
Yeah, tell us about the TMLF.
TMLF, we were on a road trip to Red Rocks and we were appalled. We were shocked and offended.
Wow.
Yeah. By how every single hold on every single route had foot-long tick marks.
Oh, that's gross.
So, yeah, we formed the TMLF. It's got a membership of 2. And, yeah, we would do a route, and then when we lower off, we'd scrub off all the tick marks, clean the route up.
On your trip or here?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to clean up these tick marks.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot here, do you find? People ticking
Sometimes.
foot and handholds?
Yeah.
I mean, on the limits of our abilities, obviously we need some of those cheater.
Tick marks are fine, man.
Yeah. Just clean them up.
Clean them off when you're done.
Yeah. And why do you?
Looks like crap.
Looks like crap.
Looks like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose the experience, it probably makes the experience for the next person different.
It changes the on-site.
Yeah.
If you're trying to on-site and you see a big foot-long tick mark, you're probably going to aim for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, visually it looks bad, and it can taint your on-site a little bit. So if you want like a pure on-site, you don't want to know where the next hold is. You want to find the next hold while you're climbing.
No tick marks and no cheater stones. That's the other.
Definitely not. No.
What about like? Do you ever climb Pyramid out at First Face? Remember this this is gnarly kind of boulder problem off the ground. You get to a ledge, you can continue to do sins and transgressions above
I
it.
think I've climbed that.
Or if you go,
Is that way to the left?
it's in the middle.
Okay,
It's
maybe.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyways, ever since I moved here, there was a cheater stone blocks at the bottom, which is super helpful because otherwise you just can't
Yeah.
grab the holes, and there's no gear for like 15 feet or so.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I like those cheater stones.
After the bouldering kind of seemed to die off for me, like not for lack of interest, but for lack of what seemed available, then yeah, my focus switched to putting up roots. So I spent quite a long period of time at Columbus Wall putting up a bunch of roots there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that was super fun. And then
What are some of those lines that you put up during that time? Is Desperado there?
Desperado.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is there. There's a project that I tried that I just abandoned. Flying Squirrel project. I think Sean Smith sent that.
Oh, is that the arete?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Slappy arete.
Mhm.
Couple 510s, fun stuff. Just like, filling in the blanks.
Yeah.
You know, with bolts.
Grid bolting.
Yeah, it's great. Grid bolting. I
love it.
Using cheater stones. my ethics are
Yeah, they're
questionable.
flexible. They're flexible, yeah.
And then yeah, the next after that would have been the spot, G spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Columbus
Okay.
first.
Columbus first, yeah.
Then
And
the
then you
spot.
threw in main face. So after
After the
the
spot,
spot.
I was like, I'm gonna go check out main face. I had never really climbed at main face more
Right.
than once or twice because I kind of thought it was a choss pile.
Mm-hmm.
I had
But you finished developing the spot, so you
Yeah.
thought, well,
like, well, I haven't.
maybe it's not a choss pile.
Maybe it's not a choss pile. Let's go in there and check it out. And yeah, it definitely was not a choss pile. And it was insane. Like the amount of roots that were like the amount of just like sections of rock that weren't touched was insane. And so I just went hog wild. Uh,
How
I don't even know how many routes I put up.
Yeah,
I must have
probably
put up.
like 20.
Yeah, like
Maybe?
main phase happened in two phases for me. There was the first phase where like everything like outside of E Gully was getting done, and like the hanging garden was being developed, all that stuff, just stuff. And then the next phase was E Gully. I hadn't really gone down into E Gully because I was like, oh, E Gully, it's shady and
It's cold in there.
it's cold and it's kind of dingy in there, blah blah blah. So I
Yeah.
didn't even bother. But then I'd kind of done everything I wanted to do everywhere else on main face. So I was like, well, let's go down in Eagle and see what's going on down there. And it was same thing all over again. Like, what? Pow, 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 pow. There's lines everywhere that haven't been done in here.
Yeah.
Enervator looks awesome, but like, what about that? What
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
What about that over there? And just, yeah, like I would leave all my stuff hidden in the woods at the top of the cliff. I would drive in my Volkswagen bus out early in the morning. I would run in. I would throw my harness on, wrap down something, throw in a couple bolts, work a couple moves, Jumar out, stash my stuff, run back out, drive to the gym and open for 12 noon.
Oh my God. This is kind of my memory as well. Like your efforts in all these different chapters are often constrained by very tight timelines.
Got to open the
which
gym.
is to open the gym.
Got a birthday party at 12.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd work on routes like on South Belay
Right.
and then wrangle up a belayer for sends. Yeah. Or not. Like the two routes I put up down at the bottom of E Gully that veer off. I put up an easy sport route. And then there's two super hard routes that veer off from that. Both of those routes, I didn't even have a belayer for. I was there, and it was kind of wet. Like it had rained, and the rock was kind of wet. Yeah. So I wrapped in, and I dried all the holds with chalk. I just dried every single hold on both routes with chalk, and then I Jumar'd out, and I chilled a little bit, and then I wrapped in again with my climbing shoes. And just like tried a couple moves, seeing holds are dry, tried a couple crux moves. Oh, I feel really good. I feel super strong. Okay, cool. And I got all the way to the bottom. And I was like, seems like conditions are perfect. And I'm feeling super strong. I got to go for it. But I don't want like people to be like, oh, like he did it on top rope, because he was like on an ascender. So
Yeah.
I put like a 6-foot runner between my ascender and me, so that if I fell, like my self belay device was 6 feet below me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dragging up the static line.
Oh wow.
So if I peeled, I actually would take a whip.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
Yeah. Like I need the.
So why only 6 feet?
Yeah, well, it's about average whip length, I'm like, so like I need the whip to be real.
Right.
So I need
Wow.
that mental like fear almost of falling,
Yeah.
like, to be real. So when I would work the route, I would always work it, and like the falls were not really falls, but on those two particular occasions, I made it so that there would be consequences.
And you did both routes back to back.
Yeah.
In that style.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was insane. That day I climbed, a good friend of ours had passed away a few days earlier. And I felt like I was climbing with strength of 2 that day. So yeah,
Nice.
It was a magical day.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I think that might have been the last time I climbed at main face. Those were the last 2 routes I put up, and then yeah, my work there was done.
Like all this work, like it I'm coming back to the theme of suffering. Like
Yeah.
I think you like suffering, man. There's like so much effort
Yeah.
and hard work, busting your ass with limited time, lugging loads,
Hanging upside down, drilling bolts.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, in between all of that happening, you got to talk about Cape Clear.
Well, I think that's the next
Yeah.
chapter, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
and like you want to talk about suffering and like the difficulty of hiking in and out of main face
Yeah.
like pales in comparison to what you were doing up at Cape Clear.
Yeah. It's just so
And that
completely
consumed
different.
you for another while, right? Like
Well, like,
a
yeah,
couple
I
years
mean,
maybe?
ugh, the
Jesus.
just like
I'm exhausted just listening to it.
just the development and then climbing alone of Field of Love was
Yeah.
like a 6-year process. From getting like the
Wow.
first bolts in on that to like when
Right.
you and I climbed that
Yeah.
was like a 6-year
Because you
process.
started that. I can't remember who climbed that. You guys were bolting on lead.
I bolted a bunch of it on rappel, and then the weather window closed,
Yeah.
and that was it. Took a year to get back to it. And when I went back to it, I went back to it with Joe Rossiter
Oh yeah, Joe. Okay.
because yeah, we couldn't bolt the bottom parts on rappel because it was just too steep. So we wrapped in. He'd never even bolted before, and
Here, take this drill.
what do I do? You know, like, yeah. So we bolted. Yeah, we bolted the bottom pitch of that on lead. Yeah, it was insane. And then obviously him and I didn't get to climb it because once again the weather window
Yeah.
closed out, and I don't even know if I got back to it the next year. Maybe it was the next year, but yeah, the next time back there after that was with you, and we kind of had like one shot at it.
Yeah, you kind of dragged me out of semi-retirement at that point.
I think
I
so.
feel
Yeah.
like I wasn't climbing much, and my kids were young.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling in great shape. But you convinced me to go up. We had an amazing time, and yeah, that was an intimidating line. So you let me lead the first pitch
You
that
led first pitch.
took us up to the hanging belay
That
below
juicy,
the.
that juicy belay.
Where was it juicy? Was it?
It's just kind of wet.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
And cold. I remember being really cold
yeah, it
actually,
was kind of like a little bit shady, a little
Yeah.
bit cold, a little bit wet.
which added to the intimidation factor.
Yeah, that just like right there on that belay for some
Yeah.
reason, it's not nice.
No, and then the pitch above that is the money pitch. It's the face that you can see
Yeah,
from anywhere. This sort of, I don't know how you describe it, like a
patina
like a
covered.
brownish.
Yeah, the very first time I ever went there, the way like the light was hitting that pitch, and I just was like, wow,
Oh yeah.
that's the most beautiful piece of rock I've seen in a long time. All I could think of was, I want to climb that someday.
Did you do a lot of that work alone? Like, were you up there
Yeah,
all by yourself, wrapping
Yeah.
down and
yeah. I'd wrap
bolting
down
and
and I'd be
yeah.
on the wall by myself for like 8, 9, 10 hours.
Suffering. Okay, so you had friends up
Yeah, I never
around
went
you,
to
yeah.
Cape Clear solo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Smart.
I never went up there solo. I
Yeah.
wanted to,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I might as well have been because once
Oh
you're
my
down,
God.
once you're over the edge, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
up at Cape Clear, like the chips are down there. That place takes no prisoners.
So is that Field of Love? Is that one of your proudest routes? Would you say, or like you've done so many things? I don't know how you would pick routes that you are really proud of, but what would be on that list for you?
That route for sure is on the list for me. In terms of like proud routes, yes. In terms of like climbing experiences,
Mhm.
it's probably like number one. I got to climb the route of my dreams with my best friend. So, what more do you want?
Field of Love.
Yeah. Yeah. Proud Sends. There's a trad route I did at the spot that I was pretty proud of. Slice and dice.
Oh yeah.
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 I nearly
That's sharp. Real
Yeah,
sharp.
Well, I almost cut my thumb off with a pruning saw, and I still send with like my
Wow.
thumb
Like-
wrapped in hockey tape.
Right.
So that was a
Slice
proud
and
that was a
dice.
proud send. Like
Okay.
yeah, slice
Yeah.
and trad send. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it. I think Transformer was a big one for me.
I was going to prompt you for that if you didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
I think that's one of your best routes that I've been on and
Yeah,
seen.
yeah.
That's a good one. Still, it's receiving a lot of traffic now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that route I did after I just got back from Seus in France, and all the routes there have massive runouts. So I was like, I want to put up a route that kind of reminds me of Seus. So I put up Transformer, and when I did it, when I first bolted it, it only had, I think, 3 bolts, and I pitched off the crux and nearly decked.
Scratch that
I
plan.
thought maybe I need to add a bolt. Seus, they can keep it.
Yeah.
And so you know, I think that's important as a developer to be willing to adjust your vision of the route.
I think the reality is it's very different to climb it for the first time from the ground. It's a different experience. And I think, like you're saying, a route developer should have that climber in mind.
Yeah, I think so.
Just jumping topics here. I asked Rich. So I interviewed Rich for episode 1.
Oh, cool.
And
What is this, like episode 20?
we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, man. No, this is episode 2. So I asked Rich if he had any questions for you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So he says, of all that you've done, is there a particular route or day that has been especially memorable?
There's lots of memorable days. There's one in particular that really stands out, and you were also part of that one. And that was the day we did what we referred to as the Big Stupid.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, driving like in the desert in the middle of the night with our good friend Colin.
Yeah.
Him and I came up with this ridiculous idea to, like, at the time, climb a route at every, like, climbing area in the province in a day. This is, you know, back in the day when a lot of these areas we talk about didn't exist.
For sure.
And then we did it. You, and myself and Jonathan, Graham,
Yep.
and Nacho.
Nacho
We
the
took him
dog.
along for the ride.
Nacho the dog.
Yeah. We did it, and I remember that day, and I'll never forget that day. It was just
That was fun.
such a ridiculous thing to do.
I didn't sleep a wink the night before.
No, man, we partied hard till, like, I don't know, 2 a.m.
Yeah. And then we had to get up at 5 or something silly like that.
We were rappelling off the poop deck at Shiprock at 5 a.m.
What?
Yeah, we got in.
So do you remember all the routes we did? We started at
100%.
Shiprock.
We drove all the way out to Shiprock.
Yeah.
Paddled in
Yeah.
the canoe with Nacho out to Shiprock. Thrashed to the top, wrapped into that route, which is, like, insanely hard above the
We
water.
wrapped in? I thought you...
No, we wrapped off the poop deck, and you led that route. I don't even remember what it is. It's 5'10". It's hard as nails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that started the day. Success.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Okay.
Get
That
in
was
the boat,
one.
paddle back. Route 1, done. Drive from Shiprock back to Muscadaubit. We missed the turn off to Paces Lake.
Yeah, speed was everything too. We were like,
Yeah, well,
you got to be on the itinerary, and then we blew the
we
second.
got a lot of driving to do and paddling.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we missed the turn to Paces Lake, so we went to Columbus Wall.
yeah, we improvised.
Yeah, we improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah, change. Yeah, and I forget what we climbed at Columbus Wall. Something that was 5'9", and then we punched it back to Paces Lake.
Yeah.
Paddled to Neverland.
Right.
Climbed the 5'9" at Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped at Main Face. Did Farewell to Arms. First face we did Blue Sky Mining. Why not just do a
Oh yeah, that's
5'11"?
right. There we go.
Just throw in a 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spice it up.
Yeah. Jump in the van. Drive to Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
We ran into Eagle's Nest.
Evening Wall, I think it's called.
Yeah, we did Evening
Yeah.
Wall at Eagle's Nest. Remember
Yeah.
those guys, like, "Dude, what are you guys doing? Doing route. What do you guys do? We're leaving." We had, like,
we didn't like that route.
We were, like, literally tied to the rope in the parking lot with, like, 3 pieces of gear.
Oh, we just ran in.
We ran in, threw down, ran out.
It was hot. I
was
remember
so
being
hot.
very hot right
It was
then.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Then we drove out
Okay. Back to the Scooby-Doo van.
Scooby-Doo van, drove out to Terrence Bay, paddle over to Crow's Nest,
Oh yeah.
climbed to 5'9" there,
Yeah.
paddle back, like the fact that you could just paddle over there in on that particular day.
Yeah, we got lucky with the. We
Yeah.
probably didn't even pay attention to what was happening in terms of swell or
Maybe
anything.
not, yeah.
We just got lucky. Yeah.
Then we did a route at Easter Island,
Yeah.
and then we finished the day at Searles End. Yeah, we did
It's a big day.
that layback route, whatever that one's called.
Recognition.
Recognition. Yeah, we did recognition. Finished the day on top of Searles End.
And that was the big stupid.
Big stupid. Yeah,
Sounds pretty stupid.
it was dumb.
Yeah,
but
it's
no.
nice to set those silly goals and,
Yeah,
and
that
do
was
them, right?
Yeah, it was great. That day was amazing. I remember being climbing with you up at Cape Clear that day. Number one with a
That
bullet
was
on the
amazing.
list.
Yeah.
There were the day I climbed at E Gully by myself. That was a pretty cool day.
Neat.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
just a weird. That was just
Yeah.
weird, like a weird day. That was amazing.
Yeah. And you had Mark in
Yeah.
your mind then, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Just like, wow, super nice guy, knew him really well. Just there and then
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Lots of days
Lots
though,
of
man. Like
days.
it's climbing consumed a large part of your life.
I think another one of my favorite days was the day I did 100 boulder problems on Dover Island.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, like 1 year at Boulder Fest.
Yeah.
I was like,
You kind of went on your own script and
yeah, I
did
want
this
to
on the
I
side.
want to
Yeah.
do 100 problems.
Yep.
And I just went off and did 100 problems. It was insane.
Scariest moments that you've had climbing?
Scariest moments. Early on in my climbing career, like I had friends who died climbing, and that really made me just like pay maybe a little bit more attention to safety stuff than other people might, and understand like how climbing systems work and like what's safe and what's not safe, and never putting myself into a position where I'm doing something that's not safe. Does that make sense?
Oh my God. It's a serious endeavor and we can take it a little bit too casually sometimes.
Yeah.
I need to bone up on my systems and I think that's wise
Yeah.
for all of us to
Yeah.
have a reality check,
Yeah. I always made sure like no shortcuts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if
Double
if
check,
you're-
triple check.
Yeah. Double check, triple check.
Yeah.
If you don't check my knot, I don't climb with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good policy.
If I had lots of scary moments, I wouldn't be climbing
Mm-hmm.
because like it's supposed to be fun.
That's
And when you're terrified out of your mind, that's not fun.
Yeah. So I know this is a little touchy, but just to kind of round out the story of your climbing
Yeah.
career, you started the climbing gym, what did you say?
98.
98.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately it closed a few years back. And I think that was as a result of the COVID pandemic
Yeah.
to a large degree.
Yeah.
That must have been a sad moment to
Yeah.
close those doors.
It was. Yeah. It was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? We were open for I think 22 years. We battled snowstorms. We battled competitor gyms opening and closing. We battled massive increases in overhead in terms of insurance, things that you completely can't control. All this stuff we battled through. And at the end of the day, it took like 100-year global pandemic
to
finally,
take you out.
Put us down.
Yeah.
So I guess I take some pride in that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that was a sad day. I felt really bad for everyone that looked at Ground Zero as like a safe place to go and express themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. It was a safe place for weirdos,
yeah,
I think.
definitely.
Right. And I mean, the influence that you personally and that gym, because of you, had on the community. And to this day, I mean, how many climbers are out there now that kind of grew up as kids in your gym? There's a lot of them.
it's kind of gotten to a point now that's really kind of strange and weird for me a little bit, in that there are now tons of kids that are climbing and like doing fun activities, and their parents met at ground zero. And
Wow.
so like I'm
Weird.
like, am I like responsible now for like
Hookups from.
kids, like there's a
Wow.
lot of people
Yeah.
who, met, fell in love,
Yeah, that's true.
their lives, who they are now as people, uh, are kind of like a direct byproduct of that gym, and that's kind of a weird legacy
That's
that I
an
never anticipated.
interesting.
I anticipated, yeah, climbing's huge in the province now because
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
woo,
Well,
but
there's that.
I never anticipated having like families
Right.
that
Right.
exist and thrive and grow because of my gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool.
that's a weird thing, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's I'm almost more proud of that than the roots.
Nice.
Yeah.
What I know you said earlier that um you're not really climbing these days. And maybe you'll get back to it, maybe you don't. Maybe you won't, I don't know,
Yeah.
but what how do you reflect on that life of climbing that you had pretty intensely, more intensely than most any of us? You've lived that climbing life for, I don't know what that would be, 30 years,
Yeah,
35 years
pretty
or
much.
something.
Yeah.
What what does that mean, or what does that feel like when you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's I often like I it's hard to express. It almost feels like sometimes it happened to someone else. Like
Mm,
that window of my life was someone else's life, because I've so completely kind of gotten out of the climbing scene that it almost feels like it wasn't even me that did all those things. Like it was someone else entirely. Like, and sometimes I think back to like some of the stuff that I've done, and I'm like, no way. Like, are you kidding? I didn't do that. Like, no. Like, in just this discussion with you, this conversation with you, bringing up, all these memories and stuff.
so many things, yeah.
I still look at it as like I'm viewing it through like a lens, and it's someone else that's doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just like
An out of
seems
body kind of experience.
totally, yeah, it seems unfathomable
Mm-hmm.
that I did all that stuff. And yet I did. And here I am, so yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't think about it that often. Uh, I'm much more like concentrated on like the present
Mm-hmm.
and the future, and then the past. Uh, so yeah, I certainly cherish and appreciate all those moments, indoors, outdoors, everything, and I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for those things. And my core group of friends, the people who mean the most to me,
Mm.
all exist because of that. So I guess I haven't completely written that chapter of my life off. I never will, Yeah, yeah. It is kind of a weird thing. I think if I was maybe a little bit younger and a little bit more physically like able, maybe I'd consider climbing more.
Yeah.
But like it hurts to climb now. One like if I go bouldering a little bit, it hurts. I'm really hurt and sore and afraid. Like I'm afraid
Mm.
of injuring myself, blowing out an elbow, blowing out a shoulder. Like I had multiple injuries over the years of climbing, ruptured tendons in my hands, tendonitis, blown shoulders, broken ankle, like multiple injuries from climbing. and those are all still there. So the idea of like climbing appeals to me, but there's fear that
Interesting.
I would injure myself and not be able to recover from like a blown shoulder, like a ruptured rotator cuff or a bicep ripping off the bone, like that makes me nervous to
Is that what keeps you away, would you say? Or is it just that you've done that? That was part of your life. That was part of this like surreal sort of part of your life that maybe it's hard to imagine you even lived. Did you just close that and you're happily moving into another phase?
The thing that makes it easy for me to not climb is I don't really have any interest in indoor climbing that much.
Which is ironic. Yeah.
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 Because I would probably injure myself. And the thing that drew me to climbing in Nova Scotia particularly was the adventure of exploration and the adventure of developing. Those two things. Climbing the routes was almost like secondary to like finding them and developing them.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the first ascent was a bonus. Like if I didn't get the first ascent, well, I still got to develop and find. So I got to accomplish 2 of the 3 things that are awesome. So like I could be happy with maybe not getting an FA on something. Having done and put up so many routes and so many problems, I don't really see anywhere else for me to go in the province for development.
Right. That was the real joy that when you look back, that was really what excited you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you've been there, done that kind of thing.
That was my driving. My driver would have been finding, developing, climbing.
Yeah.
And now that the finding and developing part is kind of gone, because, it seems kind of like maybe the golden age of development in Nova Scotia potentially might be over.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't look anymore. But without those first 2 things, then all that leaves is climbing.
Right.
And I've climbed everything in the province that I'm capable of climbing multiple times over.
Yeah.
So I can't push myself difficulty wise because I'm too decrepit, and exploration wise, I don't really have the time anymore to do that. So the things that I loved about climbing, I can't really get those anymore. So it's easier for me just to not climb than to just go out and do a route that I've already done 100 times. Mm-hmm. That doesn't really hold any interest for me.
I totally understand.
Yeah. Or like if I climb at all now, it's like going somewhere on a summer day and doing some easy bouldering, like a bunch of V0s and just chillaxing.
Yeah.
Like at the beach.
But you're not decrepit. You're not decrepit. You're shifting, what seems to me, you're shifting kind of full cycle.
Yeah.
Back to where we started this conversation about your original passion, it seems, of
2 wheels.
Biking, 2 wheels. Tell us about the craziness you've got on the go now, and surprise, surprise, it involves suffering.
Oh, no, there's not going to be that much suffering. I'm only going to ride from like one end of the province to the other in, 2 days.
So this is a race you've told me about, which sounds really cool. An underground race.
Tip to tip. It's an ultra endurance cycling race. Mm-hmm. We ride from the southernmost point of Nova Scotia to the northernmost point, making a couple stops along the way. Completely self-supported. You have a 5-day window to complete the route, but you're going to want to do it 2.5. That's what I'm going to want to do it in anyway. That's my target, 2.5.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
And training to get up to speed for that. Tell us about your training.
training's been insane. It's basically like do the longest ride you've ever done in your entire life, and then like multiply that by 2, and then do that 2 days in a row, and then do that every week for like 2 months with a whole bunch of other riding on top of that. So I'm logging like 25 to 30 hours a week in the saddle.
Insane.
Yeah,
That sounds sore.
it's going to be insane.
Well, good luck on that race. And thanks so much for joining me here. This has been a lot of fun.
No, it's great, man. It's been wonderful. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean. What a legend you are. As an update for listeners, Sean did in fact complete the tip-to-tip race. He finished 4th and covered almost 300 kilometers a day for 4 days in a row. How's that for suffering? Thanks again to Granite Guides for sponsoring this episode. If you're just starting to climb outdoors, these guys are a great resource to learn the basics and climb safely. They also have more advanced courses for lead climbing and multi-pitch rescues. Look them up at graniteguides.ca to learn more. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed listening to the show. You can find out more about each episode at iceboxsessions.ca. Please like and follow. Catch you later.
Oh, it's sharp. Like, really sharp. I hope I lived up to the other 25 people you invited before me.
25, that's 35.
35?
Yeah. There's always new lunatics coming through.